Hi, and welcome to Sister Strong, a podcast and video series all about possible. I'm your host, Betsy Wiersma. This podcast is our way to share ideas, insights, experiences, and tips for your toolbox as we stand together for health and happiness. Today, sharing her amazing knowledge, her incredible background, and some really heart of service to all of us is our sister, Lisa Stull. Lisa, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Betsy.
I'm so glad to have you because ever since I met you, I'm like, I just dig everything you do. I love your entrepreneurial spirit. I love what you do as a counselor. I love how you lead your team. So will you tell everyone a little bit about you and your businesses?
Yes, absolutely. So my name is Lisa Stull, and I am a licensed marriage and family therapist, but I also have two other businesses. I have the Center for Wellbeing, which is a leasing business. I lease to other wellness businesses like an acupuncturist, a naturopath, and myself, the psychotherapist. And then I also have an aesthetic business. And so I lease to that. And that's all part of the Center for Wellbeing. My aesthetics business is called Aesthetics 360 Face and Body Center. And we help people to look their best so they can feel their best.
Well, see, it's all about serving others. That's what I love.
Yes.
How your heart is creating the whole center, how your heart is leading an entrepreneurial spirit of leading the face and body center and also your practice. Today, I would like to really focus on kind of your practice side of that hat today and really talk about relationships because I think at a time of great change that we have to have our relationships kind of mold and meld with whatever's happening. I know my husband is in an industry that has been completely stopped by the government. Basically,
Wow.
we are in special events. We are in the industry to gather in groups of more than 10. So our industry is stopped. And it's really tough on a 40-year-old company that he wants to stand with his employees, and he is at home in the midst. And there is his lovely wife. So and he doesn't usually work at home, so I'm all like, be quiet, I'm taping.
Right.
And he's stomping around, quit moving your chair. So could you go through, I know you have such a breadth of knowledge around relationships, so let's talk today about, let's just pick like 3 things that are some of the basics of relationships that you might want to share.
Absolutely. So I'm a licensed Gottman therapist and practice the Gottman method. They're amazing. So John and Julie Gottman have based their methodology on over 40 years of research. And so everything I'm going to talk about is research-based, is scientific facts, and that's why I really love the Gottmans. I also do their Art and Science of Love workshops, which transforms couples' relationships in a weekend and gives you a whole new framework for how to look at your relationship. So I'll give you some bits and pieces out of that because right now, with everything going on with the virus or any stressful time that we have, it definitely takes a toll on our relationship. And the things that our tolerance level, our resilience level decreases, right? So I'm right with you. Last night, my husband kept like banging his foot on the floor, and it was shaking the whole couch. And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna murder you!" And so what we want to do, first of all, is have some emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence means that we have self-awareness. I was able in that moment to say, okay, he is bugging the crap out of me. What's this about for me right now? And I was able to look at, at last minute last night for my other business, I got a late email and I thought I was going to relax and watch a movie with him, but I had to take care of a crisis and it was a little bit stressful. And so I was urgently trying to get something out. And so I felt frustrated, right? My stress level was already increased and my tolerance level was already decreased. So his jarring the couch was irritating me. It's not really about him and him jarring the couch. It's about me and my resilience and tolerance level. So that's the self-awareness. Oh, what's going on for me? Why is this irritating me? What's this about for me right now? Do I have a trigger? Is there a story? Is there a hurt? Is there a wound? What do I know about myself? Then we move into self-management. What do I want out of this situation? What's my desired outcome? And so in that situation, I want to maintain a connection. I don't want to disconnect from him. We're supposed to be having a relaxing evening, watching a movie together, which we haven't had much lately with all the craziness. And so I want to keep that desired outcome. I want him to stop irritating me, but I want to maintain a connection. So then you move into others awareness. What's going on for him? Why is he doing that? And he has bad feet, and he says when he bangs his feet, on the floor, that it like helps them feel better. I don't know, but that's my others awareness. He's not aware that he's doing it. He's not doing it to bug me. He's just doing it to make his feet feel better. Others management. How do I get my need met through him? My desired outcome, my need was to maintain the connection, but to have him stop irritating me. So I was able to say, hey, honey, I'm really feeling overwhelmed with this email that I just got, and I can just feel my tolerance level shrinking. Would you please stop doing that with your foot? Because it's like just more than I can handle right now. Oh, yeah, sure, babe. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was even doing it. I know. No big deal. I know. Yeah. All right. Anything I can help you with? No, I'm good. Okay. That's the end of the conversation. And it's so simple. So to put that in Gottman language, we have to know each other's worlds. Our love maps are the first level of what we call the sound relationship house. And let me see, the sound relationship house.
Yeah, I was going to grab it because I think I
have it right here.
Perfect.
So here's our first level. So these first three, and I'll speak to these today, is our friendship system. So the first one is knowing each other's worlds and building this love map. Okay. The second one is turning towards each other and our fondness and admiration system. Sorry. So our second one is building fondness and admiration, which is basically just making deposits into our emotional bank accounts. And then the third one is turning towards or away. And what that means is everything we do is a bid or a turn. And so I'm either turning towards a bid that my partner makes, or I'm turning away from it. And I'm either making a bid towards my partner or I'm ignoring them. And if we have these three in our friendship system, we automatically have a positive perspective. That positive perspective really allows us to realize that he's not banging his foot on the floor to be purposely irritating. A negative perspective would be, oh my gosh, he's always doing these irritating things. He knows this bugs me. He's doing it on purpose. Why is he continuing to do this? So when we're in negative sentiment override with our partner, that is going to cause friction. Okay.
Let me say it back to you a little bit.
Yes.
Because people are like, yeah. And then they're like,
what?
Yeah, there was a whole lot in there.
So, I know. Sorry.
So one thing I heard you say, which was first start with yourself. I think many times, anything, teenagers, one that sets me off a lot. Yep. You start with, do it my way, teenager, right? So start with yourself. Like, why am I feeling?
Get curious with yourself.
Curious. Why am I? Not bad or wrong, just noticing.
Not bad or wrong.
What is it about this circumstance that is causing something in me? Okay.
Right.
And then
it's a growth opportunity, right?
Yeah.
If something's triggering us, that's a growth opportunity.
Right. And then realizing that there is a foundation, as you explained in the house, of many, many good things. So this particular incident, really, is it really worth it to escalate it and overreact about it? If we take a big, deep breath to say, wait a minute, what could the other person be experiencing, or why? I have a
second step is self-management.
Yes.
So what do I... Yeah, well, self-awareness is the realizing. Second step is, what do I want? What do I need? What are my goals? What's my desired outcome?
Great. Okay.
Then the others. Okay. Then third steps. Okay, so keep going.
Clumping those two together a little bit, but yeah, I get you. But I think that big thing that maybe people listening are going, yeah, wow, what if I start with me, right? Instead of always jumping on the other. It's very tough right now. Like I even would say with the news, what is it in the news that's triggering me? What about how I can, as I've talked about in another podcast today, curate, right? The people, places, and things that I let in to my psyche. So I'm not just over, stimulated by stuff that's making me nuts. So
exactly.
Paying attention. And then I would describe it back to you as, the glasses you wear toward that partner, the glasses you wear toward your teenager. if you're wearing rose-colored glasses of what could be possible, what could they be experiencing?
Right.
How could this frustration be coming out in the tapping of my husband's foot also right now?
Yeah. High five.
And the moving of his chair. Right.
Right.
I
Can you hold still?
I carried up a chair to him and said, "This one doesn't move." I digress a minute, but yeah, what is the lens that we can learn to breathe and see through, and then to come from love? I like your method of come from love. Hey, my noticing is this in you has triggered this in me. Can we move toward what we want to keep? The connection, the movie night. But
Yep.
can I make a request
Right.
versus a bark?
Right. Versus work, because how I put it out there is how you're going to receive it. And if I have a need, my goal is obviously for you to meet it. But
Right.
if I state my need in an unpleasant or blaming way, are you really going to want to meet my need? No, you're not. Right? So I'm pushing you away. What I want to do is I want to invite you in. And in order to do that, though, I really have to be in what the Gottmans call positive sentiment override. That means I have to be able to see you and our relationship in a positive light. Okay, that overrides everything. And in order to do that, that's that piece that I was talking about, these three pieces of the friendship system. I have to know my partner's world. I have to feel like he knows mine. I have to feel like my emotional bank account is full and like I'm filling up his. And then I have to be able to be making bids and turning towards his bids rather than away. And when those three components are there, and these are great things to be working on while we're stuck at home together. How well do I know my partner's world? And a great tip is if you go on your app store, you can download the Gottman card deck app for free. And there's all kinds of free card decks. There's your love map cards, your open-ended questions, opportunities. What kind of opportunities do we want to have together, that we could do that are fun? And there's all kinds of great suggestions, even while you're stuck at home together and things are closed. Rituals cards. We really want to create those rituals together because it strengthens the friendship. And so it gives you all kinds of examples for that as well. Needs cards. Hey, is this a need for you? Is this a need for me? So those are great little tips that you can use from the card deck app that strengthen that friendship system, keep you in that positive sentiment override, keep you connected ultimately so that you're not on each other's nerves. And you can, I like what you said, rose-colored glasses. Right. I'm going to see him through rose-colored glasses, express myself through those rose-colored glasses, ask him to join me and reach out my hand, and then he will typically take my hand.
Oh, there's so many great things that you have in there. So if somebody is really struggling and they need your help, would you please tell everyone how to get a hold of you? Because I'm maybe assuming that you can do video.
Yep, I do. Sessions. I've been doing virtual sessions for years, and
right,
they're all the rage right now, which is great. But
caught up with you, Lisa, because you've had this in your model for a long time.
Right.
I know. Yeah. You've always been on the road, let's say, on the road knowing the bigger story with your great services. So tell everyone how to find you.
Okay, so you can just call me at 303-905-9773, or you can just go to Stull, Stull.com, and book an online appointment. That's my website. There's a link on there, and it takes you to my client software practice management system, and you just book an appointment and find a time, and just make sure you click on virtual if you're wanting a virtual session. I do couples online as well. It actually works great. So, I even have couples who will be in 2 different workplaces. So we've got a split screen. So it ends up working really well.
Wow. Well, I got to tell you, there's so many things that you bring to everything you touch. When we did our Facebook Live just 2 weeks ago, which feels like a lifetime ago, you had over like 300 hits on people that just watched you from our meeting talking about relationships. And I know so many of us are interested in your relationship workshops and all the different products that you have in this hat of your 3 hats of your
right business. Exactly. Next workshop is coming up Friday and Saturday, July 13th and 14th here in Parker, Colorado. And so I would love for people to get online and sign up for that. We'll be through our virus crisis. I have complete faith and hope that this will be behind us by then, and we'll be enjoying the sunny weather and be able to focus on our love and our relationships and making those blossom. And, you know, whether you have a good relationship and you just want it to be phenomenal, you know, or you have some areas that you're struggling with, like we all do, these workshops really help transform people's relationships.
Great. And this is an evergreen product. So if it's after July, you're not missing out. These workshops and this outreach is ongoing. Lisa is available in her leadership and her workshops here in Colorado, but for all of you that could be listening to this and are attracted to this. Thank you so much for listening to Sister Strong, a podcast and video series about possibility. As you can hear today, we are women standing together in the Global Sisterhood Podcast Network with voices that are for our best life and our best health and our best journey. And we're going to rock that out together.
Totally.
With fantastic people like Lisa and Marina and her team. It is so much fun. Please share these helpful video and podcasts with other people that are interested in uplifting ideas and insights and really discovering possibility, because together we can. We can stand for health and happiness for all. I'm your host, Betsy Wiersma.
Thank you, Betsy.